it's Tiara. Welcome back to my channel. I am filming it somewhere new because I just felt like switching things up and I don't know, I just felt like doing something different. I'm going to be doing my review of the Tarte products that I purchased about like 3 weeks ago, and they are the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation and the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So initial plan was to do a chit chat, you know, follow me around vlog type of first impression, but I did it and I wasn't really happy with how it looked like and how things went, so that's why I'm doing it like this. And so yeah, today I'm just going to share with you guys how this stuff applies and of course my review on them. So I'm just going to bring you guys closer so we can see what we are working with and how these products work. And before we end the video, I will share with you guys my thoughts on them and whether or not I think it's worth the purchase. So yeah. So now that you're slightly closer, number one, I just want to say that I look quite horrible today, but the first thing I'm going to use is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation. I'm going to read out what it claims, and basically it helps prevent sunburn. It has SPF 15 and they call it a water foundation, and it's formulated without parabens, mineral oil, I don't know how to pronounce this, but phthalates, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, and gluten, and it's also dermatologist tested. The one thing that I found really interesting about this product was that it is actually made in Korea, so you know what that means. It means it's more skincare driven and it's more dewy. And another thing is that I was doing my research on it and I came across Tarte Cosmetics YouTube channel, and I'm guessing like the owner or the brand manager person, she kind of shared with us, or she kind of shared in that video what was her favorite foundation from Tarte and all that. And when she mentioned this foundation, she actually said that it actually really does have skincare properties that can like fight aging. It has all the ingredients to hydrate the skin and basically make the skin and look and feel good as well. The packaging is really pretty. It has this ombre blue to purple type of thing, and I'm in the shade light, medium, neutral. It's packaged really well, and by the way, you know, if you did not check out my Instagram stories, I actually did mention that I purchased all of these. I purchased these two products from the Tarte website in the US. They actually ship directly to Singapore if you spend $115 Singapore dollars and above. So I think that's pretty easy to hit. You can share it with your friends and you can get free shipping. And I know that this Tarte product is not in Singapore yet. So as you can see, this is what the product looks like. They remind you to shake well before use. You can't really hear it, but it's actually quite runny, and the way to apply it is via a dropper. So there's this button here you press and it'll just suck up the product, and you just have to dispense your product by dropping the foundation. So now I'm just going to apply this all over my face. On one side, I'm actually going to be using a Real Techniques complexion sponge, and on the other side, I'm going to be using a flat top kabuki brush. And we're just going to see how different or similar the finishes are and looks. So I have my flat top kabuki brush right here. I did not prime my face, so I'm just going to use one drop for half of my face for both sides. So it's pretty runny. I'm just going to show it to you. As you can see, it's like really just running down my hand. So now I'm just going to take my sponge and take the product and dot it all over my face. Alright, so this is half my face done using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Foundation, one pump with a beauty sponge. If you hear vacuuming sounds, my dad is vacuuming something outside because he has been sawing wood to make a trolley. Never mind, that's not the point. As you can see from this side of my face that I've applied the foundation, the coverage is really not much. I would say it's a light to medium coverage, and from my experience, it builds up quite alright. So now I'm just going to do the same to the other side, but this time I'm going to blend the foundation in using a flat top kabuki brush. So this is how my face looks like with the foundation, and I blended it using the kabuki brush. The thing that I noticed about this foundation is that, okay, so when I was testing or using this foundation, I've always applied it using a beauty blender, and what I found was that it does not absorb a lot of product. Like I've tried water-based foundations or more liquidy foundations, and I find that they it's easily absorbed into a beauty sponge, but for this one I was quite impressed. Usually when I test out foundations, when I use a beauty blender or beauty sponge to blend it in, the coverage is not that much. But when I use a kabuki brush, it's like really, the coverage is definitely, you know, much higher than if I were to use a sponge. Ironically, for this particular foundation, I feel that the beauty blender does a better job at blending in the foundation as compared to the kabuki brush side. So I just found that pretty interesting because usually it's always the other way around. So buildability, I'm gonna add like two more pumps, and I'm going to you know, spread that out all over my face and blend it in, just to show you guys how this foundation builds up. So for now, this is how it looks like. Sorry for the orbit hair, but it's just annoying me. Anyway, this is how my face looks like after I have built it up. So I added 2 more drops for the rest of my face. I feel that it builds up pretty well. It doesn't look cakey. It actually feels quite good. It has a slight cooling sensation when you apply it for the first time as well. Now I'm going to move on and demo or put on the Shape Tape Concealer. So this is what the packaging looks like. I'm sure you've seen it before. So many YouTubers talk about it and they say how it's like life-changing and all that kind of stuff. So I had to try it for myself. I bought the shade Light Medium. It has a huge doe foot applicator. It is huge. Like, look at that. Like, can you see how big that is? It is huge. So just like what all the other YouTubers say about this product, you don't need a lot of it because it's very pigmented. It has a slightly more thick consistency as compared to my Holy Grail Urban Decay Naked Weightless Skin Concealer. So I'm just going to place this under my eyes, and you're going to see what I mean by you know, it being really high coverage and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to place dots, okay? And I'm going to blend up this side first, and then I'm going to show you the difference. So I'm just going to put it around my nose and all these little specks of stuff. I prefer to blend out my concealers using a beauty blender or beauty sponge. This is a Real Techniques one. So this is done and this is not done. If you remember, I actually just put dots and it came out like this. As you can see, the coverage is real. It is pigmented. I really just put a couple of dots. It wasn't even a swipe. So I'm just gonna balance it out on this side. Okay guys, so that's my foundation and my concealer done using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation and the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so now I'm just going to share with you what my thoughts are on the two products. So I'm going to start off with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation first. And okay, so as you can see just now, the coverage is light to medium. So if you are someone who is looking for a higher coverage foundation, this is not for you. Please stay away from it because you will be utterly disappointed by it. The thing about this foundation is that when I first applied it, like for the very first time a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't really like mind blown by it. I didn't fall in love with it instantly. Like for example, the Hourglass Vanish foundation that I reviewed, that foundation when I first put it on and blended it in, I was like, huh, this foundation is amazing. But for this foundation, it was just a meh for me. I wasn't overly impressed by it. I couldn't tell if it was doing a lot for my skin or not, like it says. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad. Like, it's not a bad foundation, but it's just that it didn't wow me. However, if you are someone with dry skin, if you have skin slightly to the drier side and you are looking for a light coverage foundation that's comfortable to wear, then I will suggest this to you. It's very lightweight as well, so you can't really feel that you're wearing a lot of foundation on, or you can't really feel that you're wearing foundation on. So it's really up to you. It's really your preference, what kind of finish you like, what kind of coverage you like. But for me personally, even though this worked fine for me, it did not break me out. It's very it's safe for sensitive skin because it's dermatologically tested. It's not something that I was very impressed by, so that's just my thoughts on it. But was it bad? No. Was it overly good? Also no. So that's just my stand on this foundation. However, for the Shape Tape Concealer, oh my god, I am a true believer of this product. You don't need a lot of product to get the job done. You just need a little bit of it, and once you blend it out, it looks fantastic. I highly recommend blending it in with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge because I feel that it will help to make sure that your concealer is blended out properly and it's not, it doesn't look cakey. I feel flawless when I use this concealer, and there have been times where I just use this concealer by itself without any foundation, BB cream or whatever. I just use this under my eyes and around my blemishes, and again I'll blend it in with a beauty blender or beauty sponge. And I feel that it looks as though I have a like full-on foundation routine on, but I don't. It's just this. So if you're someone who is big on concealers, you like practically wear concealers more than you do foundation, like you feel that you don't need any foundation and you just want to highlight certain areas or cover up certain areas, this is a real deal. I think this is the answer to all your prayers if you are someone who just wants to use concealer all over your face to spot conceal or just as light makeup. This is it. It's amazing. I'm super happy with it. I'm very impressed with it. I love it. So between these two products, if you could only get one, definitely get this one. Get the concealer. This one you can like just, and you can get this all at tartecosmetics.com. I will link the website in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. So that's all for my review of the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation and the Shape Tape Concealer. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. Currently, I'll be uploading my videos, if I do have videos, every Thursday at 8 PM. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!